the Red Wings, Detroit Red Wings, come out for their morning skate. They're here in town to play the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets won last night, and I got to tell you, the Blue Jackets have put on a first-class tournament here. It is just remarkable what they've done for the ACHA with all the signage, putting the name in the ice, and welcoming hockey. I mean, a lot of these kids that are, everybody in the NHL has played at a level that's been at this kind of a level, and when you're in the ACHA D1 like this, most of these kids can be at the D3 level. It's just a choice of where they want to go to school, what major they want.
Interestingly enough, I mean, you talk about the NHL and partnering up. Of course, UNLV, home to the newest NHL franchise in the Vegas Golden Knights, and they've put on a really tremendous year in the hockey world. I don't think anyone saw that they'd be the #1 team in the Pacific Division right now.
Well, the only way this has happened before is when the NHL went from the original 6 to 12, and then you actually had an opportunity to be able to, to get a playoff team out of an expansion team when they expanded, they doubled the league. But before that, it's almost unheard of in modern hockey for an expansion team to have this much success. I mean, talk about the GM of the year. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, he was able to select a team. Some of these guys might have it playing with an edge because they think they're cast-offs.
We're seeing the replay right now, and he went hip first. I think they have applied a tripping minor to Ohio. The guilty party in there is Thomas Picorni. We're a little bit on a delay with the monitors here, and that's why we didn't get to see it until right now. But just looking on it, I mean, right now the paramedics are here. The ambulance is outside, so kind of a serious injury. I think I have seen it once before. I had the opportunity to work with baseball as well, and I saw someone go hard into the center field wall, and it was this type of injury. So, you don't want to move him because you don't want to cause more serious injury to the athlete, the student athlete. And one of the things with this is you want to, like, everyone's here to have a good time.
Yeah, and this is what they want. I think what's great about hockey is you've got the Ohio players here, the respect that they have for what's going on, the respect that the friends that the UNLV plant, they're taking a knee, they're waiting for things to happen, and we'll hopefully get back to hockey here, and we'll go from there.
Well, now the paramedics have come in. The stretcher is on the ice, so this might be a little bit of time. And of course, #1 here, the thing that we want to mention is that Cameron Fink's safety takes priority out of whatever happens on the ice. As much as this is a tournament and an opportunity for everyone to have fun, to have a good time, right now we have to remember that these are student athletes on the ice. Education and their safety comes first before anything, really.
Yeah, you want to be competitive. You want to win, but this is a small pause and a pall on the tournament so far. We hope everybody walks away fine. But again, our best wishes to Fink and his family, and we'll get back to hockey pretty quickly here. So the next game that we have up, as we talked about, was we've got Adrian.
Here's another replay here. We'll take a look at this. Of course, a little bit behind. There goes Picorni's stick. So, I mean, he did get the puck, and there was a bit of a trip, and there's nothing really Fink could have done, but it was hip first right into that steel post.
Yeah, and again, there's a two-type in the NCAA, which is a handbook that the ACHA follows. They do require 10-inch pegs in the post, or what's called the Wiley post, which is a less intrusive post that sticks. the ice under three prongs rather than just the one, in order to take the delays of the game away. Because again, if you just have these kids are big, these kids are skilled, and just the goalie can easily kick off. If you're in amateur hockey, just a little single spike divot that they have, that divot's not more than a quarter inch, and you can kick that, and it just takes this, takes the game away. But the consequences of having something like that, that's the goalie's got to say, man, I'm so glad I didn't hit him with my skates.
That's a lot of speed going into that net. I mean, you talk. Talk about these players, of course, ranging from 18 to 25, 26 years old. And I mean, just next door, you see NHL players skating around at 40 miles an hour, and these kids not that far off, especially on their skates. I mean, there are a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed that they can generate, but going into a post like that is it's really heart-stopping.
Yeah, and again, the NCAA reviewed this, when they decided to go this direction, requiring it. And again, it was more to keep the flow of the game going and the pace. And unfortunately, choices are made. And as everybody knows in life, certain choices have certain consequences.
So Fink now on the stretcher. They've immobilized him. I think they asked Fink to see if he could get on, but now he's on there and he's going to be carted off. So, you know. Our thoughts and prayers are with him as you see the UNLV players going over to him. I'm sure they're going to speak with him, give him their well wishes as they are starting to cart Cameron Fink off the ice.
Yeah, it's we'll see what how this affects both teams, because it does. Every kid on the ice here has got this in their head that things can happen, and it's how do you put that cloud out of your head, especially if you're in UNLV. This is your friend, this is your teammate, this is someone you've been on the ice with forever, and there's no retribution here. It was, the skates just came out. It wasn't a vicious hit to take him. It was nothing intentional. Just all of a sudden, you get over on that angle and you get touched from behind like that. All of a sudden, your skates just, if you watch that replay, both skates. came out from underneath them, and at that point, you're sliding. I mean, you're snow angeling, and it's you just hope you don't run into something like this. It's like falling in skiing, and all of a sudden you go sliding. You just hope there's no rocks, trees, or cliffs.
The dangers of the sport are real. The hits do register. And now the tough job for both teams to try to get back to hockey right here. A 2-minute power play for UNLV. It's a trip to Thomas Pokorny after that. Now back for UNLV. So UNLV right now 0 for 2.
And a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here live to the Chiller, the Ohio Off, Chiller North here in the outskirts of Columbus, Ohio. As we are getting ourselves underway here, the Southeast Region number on you, Penn State University Ice Lions and the University of Massachusetts-Amherst. First shot on will be by Penn State, as it was knocked aside by Ryan LaCroix. Sean Broderick here, Rusty McGibbon, live here for you here on YouTube. Utah, University of Utah, with the providing the coverage on the YouTube side of things. So we always appreciate their efforts as well. I know there's been a lot of things going on, so hopefully everything will be sorted out as you're watching us currently. As this puck will be played up and all the way down. Tracking out one nicely, though, was Brendan Horgas. Center ice, and it'll be sent in. Got it in there by Monkman. And this will be played. And stopped there, I believe. Rassie's got his ears on next to me, running those cameras, and played up. Oh, and a hit in the center ice area here, as this puck will be played now by Penn State. Sent all the way down. This should go for an icing, and it will. Stopping play there. If I'm any other further eruptions, I bring back in Rusty McGibbon here. Rusty, how you doing, bud?
I'm trying to get the hang of it.
Well,
I'm trying to get the hang of it.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta you come in a pinch hitting role, if you will.
There are certain things in life I am, and certain things in life I'm not. I don't know if I'm a camera guy, but we will endeavor to fill the void.
For sure, I will. It's always appreciated. Alavi's got this puck. Played it back around the other side, and this will be sent out. Well done there by Stefan Horgas. UMass and their black jerseys and their white numbers right outline. Puck sent into the zone. No icing, but it goes right on to William Holt Forster, who covers up, stopping play. We're just getting underway. 18-17 to go in the first period, and we're scoreless here. So once again, you could join us here. Sean Broderick, Rusty McGibbon. As
zone. I think for UMass, one thing they're going to have to do is gain that red line, send the puck in deep on a dump and chase, and really work off of that.
Off of the end boards here, played up by O'Donnell. But it's taken here, though, by Markey Campbell. Battling with 2 Ice Lions, though, and that's not going to end up well. There's a quick chance. That one just whistles wide. I shouldn't say whistles, more trickles. Kind of arriving.
And we welcome you back here to the Ohio Health Ice House. I'll work on my tongue twisters and pronunciations. We do have minors at the end of the period coming into the third. It's going to be 2 minutes to number 11, Jacob Houston, for an embellishment and also a penalty to number 36 of Sheldon Brett of UNLV for a slash. So a slash and embellishment to close out the second period as we enter the third period just variously. A couple of things we do want to mention. The goal scorer, it was from
Hawkins.
It was from Brian Lubin, and the assist goes to Tyler Harkins. Time of the goal, 9:46 of the second period. We do also have, we do know that Cameron Fink is being taken to the local hospital. They haven't moved him yet. They are planning on, they want to make sure that they can manage the pain before they do anything with Cameron Fink. So our thoughts and prayers are with Cameron Fink, and hopefully he has a speedy recovery. Of course, UNLV, they still have about a month and some change left on there before the end of their semester, and they have finals. So we want to make sure that he ends up going back to Las Vegas properly. But so far through the first 40 minutes, Jay, your thoughts?
My thoughts are two evenly matched teams. If Lubin didn't have that breakaway, again, he was sensational on that, just coming in. And it's been an evenly matched game. It's gotten more physical in the second period. I expect to see that in the third period. As you can tell at the end there, each team trying to get advantage of the other one by a couple of extracurricular just as the buzzer went. So it's going to be a very spirited affair. Just waiting for UNLV to take the ice.
So far, outstanding goaltending on both ends. Ben Geisbrecht really has kept the UNLV skating Rebels in this game.
Yeah, and there's even been some really good shots on number 30, Jimmy Thomas, too. So it's been a very the shot selections have been very good. They're all trying to sneak in. It's very not too many coming right up the slot right downtown. They're trying to get them around these goalies and get them moving side to side.
Up ahead off of the stick of Colby Daniels. Back the other way, behind the own net goes the Ohio Bobcats. Up ahead, Fiala. And just offside for the Bobcats.
It sounded like I can't remember that movie in baseball, Just a Bit Outside.
All right, Major League, yeah, Bob
Major
Uecker.
League Bob Uecker. He made more money, I think, as a broadcaster and a comedian, being broadcast than he did as a player. And he always makes fun of himself that way.
Legendary Hall of Fame broadcaster with the Milwaukee Brewers, Bob Uecker. Now, Picorni shoots this one on net and gobbled up by Ben Geisbrecht.
Yeah, Geisbrecht, the athleticism in Ben is just top notch. I mean, his ability to move post to post, his ability to flash his glove, his ability to get wide in that butterfly and flash those pads out, just remarkable.
Well, it should be noted that the winner of this game will take on the winner of Illinois and Jamestown Sunday at 1:30. Lofted up and into the corner play goes as back to play it up was Picorni. Now UNLV with the puck down below their own red line. Up ahead was looking for Joe Kozupski. Around the boards we go as going to handle this one is Jonah Pearson. Coming up, playing it, Jake Sachs.
Again, UNLV cautious even in the attack zone here to make sure that nothing gets by them.
Sachs down low and a shot by Kozupski. Knocked down and covered by Jimmy Thomas.
Yeah, a few words exchanged in the last minute jab there. Again, there's some animosity brewing here. Again, these teams have met in the regular season and didn't see those games, but I don't think there's any carryover. I think this is developed in this game.
Of course, these teams trying to get to the final 8 or the remaining 8 of this tournament. And play goes into the corner, one and still in the zone. Finally now out as gloving that one down was Chase Toronto. Kind of a missed pass there by Brask, who's been kind of quiet today. I want to thank you for joining us on the ACHA National Championships stream page for this Friday matinee game between UNLV and Ohio. Gloved up here and now shot here, top of the circle, one over the glove of Jimmy Thomas.
Yeah, Jimmy saw that one, but it came in a little bit faster than he thought. Good shot, right in the slot.
Shot here, pad save, and somewhere in between the pads of Jimmy Thomas, a good save there. 17:56 left.
Jimmy rarely had time to come out and challenge that shot. He saw it at the last minute and was able to get that leg pad down on the left there and smother that puck. No rebound.
Pretty close to having this become a tie game.
Yeah, this is a fun hockey. I hope all of you watching this broadcast here and also in person are enjoying this.
Shot here, they score! Cody Williams! His first of the tournament, his 5th point of the game.
Wow, Jimmy reacted pretty late. He actually didn't know that puck was with him until it hit him, and that's when he made the reaction. And that split second came right up over the left pad, right underneath the glove. And again, you could tell by his reaction, he didn't know it was coming until he actually felt it touch his pad.
And after 2:07 of the third period, a goal from Cody Williams makes this an equal game again. Now Sachs coming in. Sachs out in front, still out in front here, trying to get it away is Garrett Elmore. Now up top, back to Sachs, and now bringing this one out is Craddock. Now just in front of the refereeing area is Crandall. Crandall and Craddock up ahead, and now Sachs through the neutral zone. Rubbed off there by, or just out muscled by Elmore. Up and angled off of the glass. And Elmore and Sachs exchange a couple of shoves. Now near side for Lawson, up ahead, and a nice little collision there involving Elmore and I believe that was Jonas Gordon at another collision down at the end boards.
Yeah, this is actually what we expected in this tight of a game, that both coaches probably sent the message that we got to put the body on to make sure we take the time and space and make the decisions that the players have to make shorter and shorter.
Now up ahead and losing control there. Now back the other way goes Ohio. Jenkins had his pass soccered away by Asaf. Now Toronto watching Fiella into the corner. Puck still loose. Into the corner goes 3 Bobcats. Shot here, and it went into the skate of Frank. Into the corner. Now at the end boards.
Neither team wants to give an inch here. Just incredible hockey to watch.
Lamprin, and this one finally was pitchforked out. Getting back to it was Gross. Nice glove there by Gross, and he'll just pitchfork this back into the UNLV zone where Ruiz will take control of it. Good move there to squeeze through using the boards. Back out, and a shot wide by Elijah Barriga.
That was a high hit given to UNLV there.
Now 4-on-2. Now out in front, and making the save, staying cool and collected, was Ben Geisbrecht.
Yeah, you can tell the players are starting to take numbers to get their pound of flesh back, because it's the hitting is picked up. The behind the scenes little hijinks have picked up. Boy, neither team, I mean, it's a 1-1 game. We got 15 minutes to decide it or go into overtime.
Face-off win back for, I believe that was Plonsky, now up ahead. And this one just dumped in, and icing waved off as UNLV won that race. Up ahead, good forecheck here by the Rebels. Play goes up at the half boards, now sent right back up and off the leg pads. Corralled and shot by Brett, but it wasn't a good one, as having his stick tied partly through that shot. Now Evangelisti in the corner. He takes a forearm shiver from Kozubski. Now back out, and finally up comes the Bobcats. Back played for Plonsky. Plonsky gets rubbed in by Evangelisti. And now up ahead, cross-ice pass up and out of the zone. Shot that went was well short by Jake Sachs. Reams around the board and finally out, where Toronto will just ladle this one back in.
Yeah, you can tell that these two teams are in the upper division of the D1. Given that the way they are playing all 3 sections of ice. We didn't really see that yesterday. We saw a lot of two-zone
shot
play.
Here that went wide by Lubin.
Lubin's been around the puck all evening, hasn't he? Or all afternoon, I should say.
Play up at the half boards now for Hazel. He just couldn't get the shot off. Back goes Jenkins, and he'll go for Black here near side. Caring about the boards being watched there by, I believe that's Hetzel.
Yeah, every player coming up the boards here is going to get harassed. It's a gauntlet that they have to go through.
Hazel with a shot that gets blockered away, and getting turned around there was Geisbrecht. He was really aggressive on that save.
He's got quite the howler, doesn't he, Hazel?
Now up ahead, and going to have to angle this one out, and just choosing to go up and over everyone were the Rebels. Robbed by Fiella. As this one goes deep, it was tipped, so no icing. Angled up and didn't quite reach the netting. Now out in front, Elmore. Elmore, who's a left-handed shot, but trying to get it back to his forehand. Now back the other way, Craddock here near side corners.
Yeah, I like what Ohio's doing. They're trying to find the soft spots in open ice. They've always got somebody hanging around in the open.
Yeah, it's a hand pass here as Elmore arguing that he tried to knock it down, was ran into a check, but either way, hand pass the ruling, and the faceoff will come outside.
Yeah, they both teams came onto the ice in this third period, loaded for bear, and got a tie game. This is got 13 minutes left to either decide this or go into overtime.
Craddock, face-off win for the Bobcats. Now for Picorni. Rubbed off the near side half boards, and that's a heavy collision there. That was a missile coming out. Now back goes Williams, who scored for UNLV. Up ahead for Barriga, just outside, and this one was blocked. A nice shot blocked there by Jake Fiella. Behind
getting those sticks in the passing lanes for Ohio.
Up ahead, Gross. Onside where was Crandall. Now out in front, and in front, a save by Geisbrecht. Point blank shot about 6 feet out from Nick Gross.
Wow, that was a great scoring chance for Ohio, and even a better stop by UNLV's netminder, hanging with the puck. He saw it all the way, stuck with it, and again, his athleticism, getting those pads down, is it's fun to see.
Out in front, play goes behind. Finally win by Ohio, still out in front. Shot here, they score! Gabe Lampridge, his first of the tournament, gives Ohio a 1-goal lead again.
Yeah, they had Ben down in the butterfly, and the puck squirtled out right at the top of the crease. All you had to do is put your stick on it and just raise it straight up, and it's going to go into the crossbar. Glove side, like we've been talking all evening, glove side again. There we go. There we have that 2-1 lead for Ohio, and my prediction might be wrong.
It was just outside the crease there. Nice shot by Gabe Lamprin at 7:29 of the third.
Well, I think this is going to light a fire under UNLV. We'll see what happens here. They might have to take a chance with maybe not until the 8 or 9 minute mark where they're going to start pinching, but they're going to have to release their D to get back in this game at some point.
Now up ahead here near side for Pulasic. Was looking for Evangelisti, and it went through his skates. Angled off the board, shot here, and into the glove and logo of Ben Geisbrecht.
Again, I'm very impressed with Ohio's playmaking. They've always got someone with the puck, and for whatever reason, they get attraction. They get the UNLV players to watch that puck, and they're sneaking somebody into the soft white areas, where nobody's guarding them. It's just a good hockey IQ that these kids from Ohio have. Can I call them kids? Young men?
Yeah, kids are fine. Young men probably works better. That might be the more official term, as the Rebels have iced the puck.
Go ahead. I was going to say, today's day and age, everything you say is can be taken sideways.
Well, of note, going after the first 40 minutes of play, the shot count 26 in favor of the Bobcats and 13 for the Skating Rebels of Las Vegas.
Yeah, if Geisbrecht is giving his team a chance to win these entire 40 minutes here. Actually, 50 minutes now.
Well, trying to bring this one out, and finally finds Cody Williams. Williams had 4 points yesterday, and he had a goal today. That brings his total to 5. 4 assists in the game against Drexel. Now with speed. Went black, and this one gloved down by Kozubski. Excuse me, that wasn't Kozubski, that was Hetzel. DDD pass, now up ahead. This is Kozubski trying to generate some speed through the neutral zone. Shot here, and that was through the legs of an Ohio defender out in front. Looked like Thomas was a little bit late reacting. Now back a turnover here. UNLV walking in was Pearson, still out in front. They score! Joe Kozubski ties the game.
That was a beautiful play. They got Jimmy Thomas moving side to side, and no fault of Jimmy's. He had to hold that post to the very last minute. You slide that puck across, and you've got an open cage on the other side. Again, well executed by the Rebels.
Well, it's kind of been a mystery for both teams of how to solve the goaltenders, but so far, 3 goals in this third period, and we're knotted back up at 2.
Yeah, I was going to say before this goal was scored that this is when the nerves start to get there, and the kids with the steely-eyed nerves are the one that are going to prevail here, and we had it right there. Puck down low in the corner, taken behind the Rebel cage, trying to break it out.
Yep, this one ladled up here as Pokorny had trouble. 2-on-1 here, now out in front. Good save there by Thomas.
Wow, Jimmy, again, both goalies giving their teams a chance to win this hockey game. Going to have an icing here.
And the Bobcats have iced the puck with 10:01.
Yeah, Ohio, you can tell they haven't played in 2 weeks at this point of the game. We've got a bunch of leaning on sticks, trying to make sure they get that air back in those lungs and so they can get that brain moving.
And it looks like Evangelisti is going to get kicked out of the circle.
They've really policed the circle in this game. Even the linesmen have been telling people.
Out in front and a solid save by Jimmy Thomas.
Right in the numbers. Bullseye.
And we're going to take we're going to take a quick break with 9:57 left here in period 3. The score 2-2. And we'll take a short break and come back with the rest of the third period.
Woo!
National championships are brought to you by the Columbus Blue Jackets. For tickets and more, visit bluejackets.com. R-Bar, the official ACHA 2018 Nationals post-game hangout and best hockey bar in Columbus. And by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission. Columbus has no off-season.
And welcome back to the Ice House, just adjacent to the Nationwide Arena where the Columbus Blue Jackets play their home games. It's, of course, the practice facility of the Columbus Blue Jackets. A great game so far. 9:57 left in the third, as it was a goal by by Joe Kozubski, which has made this game tied once again as we enter the last 10 minutes of this third period. And we want to thank you for joining us. Of course, Jay Sewell alongside Boz Echevarri for this broadcast. And now out in front, Toronto tried to shoot this to get a quick shot off. Now out in front, and they hit the side of the net, and the shot from Williams.
There's a hesitation by both teams whether that puck was in the net or not.
Oh man, what a bonanza. Now Crandall the other way, and he was held by Toronto and kind of dragged off of the puck. Now back the other way, the Rebels go. Up ahead here near side for Daniels. Daniels gets this one around the net. The net now just behind the red line. It was Thomas who couldn't handle it. Had it hop off of his own skate, or excuse me, his stick. Plonsky gets us up ahead. Good move there to rub out the attacker and Gordon.
The old Sal hip check, always effective. Let's call that angling the player off.
Cutting someone off for sure. Still inside of the zone, and now finally out. The Bobcats get it. Now here near side for Plonsky. Now for Toronto, left for Kozubski, up and over. Glove down by Kozubski as he's canceled out there. And there's a late hit applied by Baird.
Late hit, and I think we might have a penalty before that.
Well, no one's coming over to the bench right now. Tell you what, it seems like the air's kind of been taken out of this building if you're an Ohio Bobcat fan.
I'm not sure what that whistle was for unless the net come off its moorings.
Might have been
or was it a hand pass or something?
Maybe a hand pass.
Yeah, I might have had a hand pass as they were reaching up for the puck. Again, that's instinctive to do that, to try and take advantage of the play and set it down.
Now Frank, a shot here, turned away by Geisbrecht. Now out in front here, soccered away, shot by Black, went high over everyone, maybe looking for that top shelf again. Back to Black, out in front here, stick save, and corralled by Geisbrecht.
Yeah, as the Ohio player went by, he gave Ben a little spinorama, and Ben turned around in the corner to look at the referee, and the referee didn't even see it, didn't even acknowledge him. So again, good job by the refs to just let him play. There's going to be some behind-the-scenes stuff and shenanigans, just trying to get in everybody's head.
Won by the Rebels. Toronto will just go short side here, but kept in as it took a weird carom off the glass. Back in the corner.
Yeah, this is neutral ice for both. They don't really know how the boards are going to react or what's going to happen.
Trip Lubin now out in front, down low. Was Rubin now out in front, trying to clear us off, and it went right into the skate of Tyler Harkins. Now with speed, Barriga. Kozubski, who tried to get a shot off here from a weird angle, couldn't get it done. Up ahead and over everyone is Hazel's going to have to give chase. Gets it up at the half boards and finding the stick of Lubin. Lubin generating some speed through the neutral zone. Up ahead, tries to get by a defender, can't do it. Now out in front and just guided away by Toronto. Circle back down, shot here, still out in front. Hazel was down low. Back for, I believe that's Kozubski who's down low. Hazel tried to get a stick on it. Below the red line, couldn't do it. Up ahead meeting here, now back down low as Toronto goes back for a soft. The soft tries to angle this one back out. Finds his UNLV player, does, but the pass was intercepted by Hazel right around the center circle. Turned away there by Evangelisti now with a puck, generating some speed through the zone. Shot here out in front, a big juicy rebound, and this one hopped up after trying to corral it. Now for Fiala.
It's one of the few rebounds Big Ben has given up.
Backhand attempt here out in front, and didn't get to the net.
Yeah, the Bobcats had UNLV on the heels right now. They're lots of zone time here.
Evangelisti now back, and it was 3 Rebels and 1 Bobcat, and finally sent out.
Not going to make it for icing.
Evangelisti had to evade a defender, and now that's one guy taking 2 Bobcats, essentially just canceling them out. Now down low goes Brett. Plonsky gets this one all the way around. Now back here, shot turned away. Pad save and a kick save and a beauty right there by Jimmy Thomas.
Yeah, that puck was sitting right there in the slot, and nobody could get to it.
Now Polasik's tried to stick handle away from a Rebel who was coming in. Good pressure there, good check by Gordon, and we'll have a whistle.
Offside. For a minute there, I thought it might have been a penalty. The player coming off the bench went diving off the bench to try and get that puck off UNLV stick.
5:54, high drama here in the third period.
Yeah, this is you know, in my hockey life, this is where I wish both teams could win. I mean, both of them put their heart out on the ice here, and someone's going to walk away and move on, and someone's going to go home, and that's sad to see the way these two teams have played. A lot of heart in both on both benches here.
Well, into the corner went Daniels. Daniels, watch there. He's trying to keep it pinned against the board right now. Now finally out as Cody Williams was there trying to offer some support. Now still on those half boards. Into the corner, trying to get this one up to the point there. Finally does. Shot. That wasn't even close to the net. Up ahead, angled off. Ohio onside here. Lamprin controls it, tries to send it down low for Frank. And just back to the far side corner.
Yeah, Ohio's been able to activate their cycle from time to time along those boards, and then bringing it back out high.
Now here's shot, and having to fight through Frank, who had his stick right there, was Ben Geisbrecht.
Big Ben. I'm not sure if that's his nickname, but I tell you, he's been standing tall in this net all game.
He's been playing big, that's for sure. Ohio literally just peppering him with shots all game.
Yeah, and again, they've been trying to go to that side, but he's been very effective, holding everything off except for the 2 goals.
Face off. Shot up here through a couple of sticks, and a great glove by Geisbrecht. You know, the concentration of his eyes finding that puck, it looked like it changed direction a couple of times.
Yeah, he could probably make a good skeet shooter, or his eye-hand coordination is remarkable. There we go, policing of the circle again. We've seen this all tournament.
Lubin got tossed out here, and a tie up now back to the point. Right down along the half boards. Lubin backhand attempt out front, and Rubin couldn't get a stick on it. Now up as keeping it in was Fiala.
Again, the cycle of the far boards there by Ohio. They're constantly in control of those boards on that right side.
Fiala up high, and I think trying to get his stick on it, might have been a high stick if he did, was Lubin. Now out here, Lubin. Shot, and a glove save by Ben Geisbrecht.
A lot of zone time there by Ohio. You got to be nervous as a coach when you see that trying to break out. 4 minutes, 25 seconds. No complacency on either bench. You want to be able to get that puck out of your zone. Better be in neutral ice or in the offensive zone.
Face-off win by Evangelisti, and able to keep that one in was Grant Hazel. Now back all the way around as Hazel's going to have to get to it, and he finally just gets it back in for Evangelisti. Canceled out there by Plonsky. Now back and
not out.
Not out. Finally, the Rebels do get it out, as having to give chase was Hazel. Now Evangelisti tried to angle it as coming in was Turnow. Nice glove there to keep this one in and just getting it deep. Where the Bobcats backhanded and trying to angle this one out. Kept in here at the right in front of the UNLV bench. Ollie Palacis.
Ohio in control the last 3 minutes.
Now finally coming all the way out to play this at his own blue line. Evangelisti up ahead, he gains the zone, but not after he turned it over. Now Evangelisti will hustle off as he's just dead tired coming off. Final 3:21 here in the third.
It's a temptation in a tight game like this to constantly put your best players out on the ice, and again, that can have consequences.
The Rebels have iced the puck.
Back we go in Ohio attack zone. That's one thing you learn as a fan if you're in a stadium that's all the way around, is to know what your home team bench is, so you can watch your team in the attack zone twice rather than just once during a hockey game.
Well, almost the air being taken out of here, out of the ice house. The Bobcats fans were all lively at the beginning of the game, and ever since that game-tying goal by Joe Kozubski, have been, for the most part, pretty tense. Up and over, and this is going to go for icing. The Bobcats have iced the puck.
Again, it's going to be some mistake here that probably ends up doing the next goal, because both teams, I've seen a lot of both teams tightening up a lot here in the last 4 minutes. They're getting tight. It's 2-2, 3 minutes left. You know, overtime, anything can happen in overtime. Both benches want to end this game now.
Face-off one here by Colby Daniels. Back all the way to Toronto for a soft, and
little miscommunication there between the D.
Now a soft up ahead for Daniels. The zone here, good keeping by Bear to not let it cross that center line. See if Ohio can get the forecheck going. Not yet angled out, it's still out in front now. Soccer to his stick, and up ahead goes Kozubski.
3-on-2 building.
Now Williams, shot here turned away, and at that far corner, and now blockered away by Thomas. Play goes for Lubin, or excuse me, that was Houston who tried to get it up. Now back for a soft for Plonsky. Now just sent right back in for the last 2 minutes. Baird up ahead. This one sticked up and
not going to make it.
Will not go for icing. Doesn't have enough speed. Drop pass there, angled off, and Kozubski will handle this puck. Finally out of the zone. Now back the other way goes the Bobcats. Shot here and off of the skate of Connor Hetzel. Fiala. Left back for Plonsky. OU the chant, followed by Bobcats for this Ohio crowd. Ohio was offsides, and now they play it back. Turning away, now trying to go back for his line mate to Hetzel. Hetzel off the team boards where UNLV's camped out. Now up ahead, Plonsky will just backhand this, peels off for a change. Fiala with the last 62 seconds. Angled up and now gloved down here. Still in the UNLV zone where Grosso will go back. Up top here and sticked away by Jimmy Thomas into the corner.
Nice
50
little
seconds
setup.
left, still not out of the zone as Gross now goes. Trying to generate some speed, and this one just out. And no icing here. Turnow with a shot here, it went off the stick. Now trying to find a solution was Pulasic. Up to the point for Hazel. Hazel thought about walking in, now right back to Hazel. Hazel will just get this one deep. Wasn't on target. Last 20 seconds. Now up. Glove down here by Turnow. Finally up and around the boards. A soft for Toronto with the last 10. We'll see if UNLV can generate anything. Now up ahead goes Barriga. Barriga tried a backhand attempt. He lost a puck. And that will do it. So game 6 finds that 60 minutes, not enough time to determine a winner.
This is our first overtime game in the tournament here. Will be interesting to see how this plays out. Sudden death, next goal wins.
So they're going to resurface the ice. We'll come back with overtime. And you turn into a good one here from the Ice House. So 60 minutes not enough. We'll come back with the game-deciding overtime, and we'll come back with the particulars of that. Thank you for joining us here on ACHA National Championships YouTube page. After 60 minutes, 2-2 the score. Well, show up to the ACHA championships. You never know what you're going to run into. You may have an overtime game, or you may have a dinosaur pop up somewhere in the stands. But we are in overtime. We're about 2 minutes from the start of it, and we welcome you back to game number 6 between the 13th ranked UNLV Rebels and the 4th ranked Ohio Bobcats. And it's been quite the game here. A long shift, or a long way to get to the bench for both teams, as the teams have switched sides, particularly for those of you asking, what are the overtime rules when it comes to playoffs? Well, it's pretty simple. 5-on-5 for 20 minutes. If we don't have a winner after those first 20 minutes, we're going to have a full intermission, and then we're going to do it again until we have a winner. It is a golden goal, so there is no shootout. There will be carryover penalties should that be the case, as you could, and as well, whatever you see in regulation time, in regulation hockey, you are going to find in overtime play. Teams have switched ends. The Zamboni is off, and we are going to go to 60-plus minutes here. Boz Echevarria alongside Jay Sewell with a call. Face-off win by Ohio, and into the skates of Pokorny. Now up ahead and into the corner play goes, as that will be Plonsky who went back and played it. Now up ahead, and sticked up and over, as having to come out is Thomas. He's going to play it. Now back the other way, as Ohio's going to try to get this one out. They don't. Centering pass here and up and over. Bit of a change-up shot there by Cody Williams. Now up ahead, trying to get this one out. Play goes right outside. The shot was well short of that near post. Now Pokorny tried to angle this one out, but right there was Jonas Gordon, as now the play goes inside. Lubin trying to angle this one out, intercepted by his own player, as there is Jonas Gordon there watching out in front, and a stoppage here from Ben Geisbrecht, as there was an Ohio player in the area by the name of Brian Lubin who kicked off the scoring here. 58 seconds gone here in the first period, and quite the game as we will converse and follow through here. And it's going to be Evangelisti for the Bobcats. Face-off won by the Rebels. Back the other way into the corner. Now Basil Asof's going to have to play this, and there's a bad penalty.
Yeah, 200 feet away from your own net. That's...
And it's a cross-check.
Yeah, it's hard to, the refs don't want to call this game, but you got to call that. That was, I know the old Canadian 2-second rule, 2 seconds before he gets the puck, while he has the puck, and 2 seconds afterwards, but that was a bit late in the eyes of the official, and here we go.
Shots even in the third period between the Bobcats and the Rebels, 11 apiece. Now finally out, so dangerous times for the Bobcats in front of most of their home fan base. Now back out in front, and a Toronto went between the legs. Now back up to the top. Toronto decides to go down low, shot over everyone, up and out of the zone.
Yeah, this is when the nerves get there. As you can see right there, a shot into a soft area where no one was ready to receive that puck, and coming back up ice, the Rebels have to reset their power play.
1:20 left on the UNLV power play. Now Lubin the other way. He's going to have to backhand and a save there. It also hit the outside of the net, and there's going to be a penalty as
offsetting call here.
And it's going to be a board here that's going to go against Cody Williams. Or excuse me, Chase Toronto, the guilty party.
Yeah, that one stung a little bit, but the player's up and skating.
So we'll be 4-on-4 for a minute 16, and then the Bobcats will have an abbreviated power play.
This is not what I would expect in an overtime game. Usually people are trying to stay away from mistakes like this. And again, the emotions are really high here. Everybody wants to get off the ice with a win, and I think that's what's getting into everybody's head here.
So out in front here in a cover up by Geisbrecht, excuse me.
Yeah, the ref was on the wrong side. That was a good second ticked off before he blew that whistle, even though it was well covered by Brysek.
So the official word as well, it's going to be 60 minutes after the conclusion of this game. The game between Adrian and Stony Brook will occur. Back the other way, and a pickpocket there by Rudin. He has Lubin with him. Rudin, shot here, glove saved by Geisbrecht, and he's been more than stellar today.
Yeah, lots of open ice out there, but apparently both teams only want to play on half of it. Right down the, not the short way, but the long way. They're always coming up the sides here rather than trying to come downtown, and I think that's the way this whole game has been played. Both teams are trying to force the teams to the outside rather than let them come right up the middle.
Up ahead, and right out there, and that was, I believe that was Harkins who was in front, looking for a tip in. Watch there by Toronto, and back to Harkins, and this one chipped outside. Now with speed goes Williams. Williams by himself, and he's being harassed. A shot that was turned away by Thomas.
That got everybody's heart started, both in the fans and out on the ice.
Now up ahead, bringing the puck up is Pulasic. He just dumps this one as he chases. Now back up to the half boards, as now with speed goes Sachs. Sachs around out in front. He hit the side of the net on his shot. Now Gross. Tries to generate up. 11 seconds left on this 4-on-4. Up ahead, and he kind of fanned on that pass. Back the other way is Faella, and he's going to have to corral this. And an errant pass there kind of ended the 2-on-1 opportunity. 40 seconds left now on the Bobcat power play as Faella was being harassed there by Sheldon
energy,
Brett.
lots of energy on the ice. And
now Lubin out in front. Lubin with a shot here. Bit of a changeup, and it was out in front as it was glove side to Geisbrecht. Now Gross from the logo. Shot here turned away. Looked like by the leg of Ben Geisbrecht. Out in front here, still out in front. Tying him up was Pulasic, watched by Basil Asaf.
One of those few rebounds given up by Big Ben. Oh, what a clear that didn't go.
Faella, Evangeliski couldn't find the handle, and now out in front. Faella with a shot here. He couldn't get it on his tape the right way. Now still out in front here. UNLV's going to have to clear. And now in front of 2-on-1 for the Rebels. But canceling out Asaf was his own man, and Zach Lawson.
That's when you get to puck watching rather than position watching, and again, so much excitement generated here in the overtime. Period 4, I guess, is what they have up on the clock.
That was Daniels who was canceled out. Let's go Bobcats to chant, and no icing here. Out in front, it was a save by Thomas.
Oh, flashing that leg pad. Oh my God, that was great.
Now still out in front. Someone out in front here on watch was Zach Lawson.
Wow, both teams have had their chances here. It's just been a remarkable overtime.
Now
again.
out in front here. Shot that went wide, was looking for a tip in out in front. Still kept in, and now finally out. Nice glove there by Pearson.
Yeah, they had circle back. He had his guy offside.
Getting this one deep was Tristan Mayer. Now back up. At the point is Toronto. Still out front, Jonah Pearson. Now finally up and out where Toronto's at his own blue line. Angle off the boards. Thrown into the far side corner. Going back is Jonah Pearson. He's going to take it and lost a handle on it. Still out in front and trying to clear this was Geisbrecht. Now out and just thrown into the corner was the puck. Evangelisti out in front, and it went off a stick in front. Good blocker save by Ben Geisbrecht.
I mean, you look at Geisbrecht, he's not jumping around. He's not, I mean, he is so calm, cool, and collected, and he's really kept his team in this game.
Now down. Backhand shot still out in front, still in front. It's in the crease! And the puck is off the net. Oh man, what a bonanza here in overtime.
The puck was just laying right off to the side there, 1 foot away. Everybody trying to scramble for it, everybody diving. Puck came off, or net came off its moorings. Ohio fans on their feet.
This fan base is fired up here. Into the corner play goes. Up at the half board, finally out. Going the other way, Jake Sachs. And the Rebels are offside.
Yeah, just going to his right full speed along the blue line. Forgot about his player left off to his left. That was still laying offside.
Rudin soccers it back to his defensive man. Now up for Lubin.
Said Lubin's been around the puck all game long.
Losing is Harkins, and it's going to be a high touch. But Harkins into the corner, and he blew a tire. Talk about what's been a good game here. This has been one of the best that we've seen so far.
Yeah, this is so entertaining, and it's a privilege to be able to watch this game and at the skill level that both teams have. Again, as I say, this is one of those where, as a neutral party, I really would hate to see anybody not walk away with a win here.
Back for Hetzel. Unfortunately, one team's season coming to an end. Maybe within this next 13 minutes and 5 seconds as UNLV has iced the puck. If this game requires more time, it will get another 20 minutes.
Another 20 minutes of 5-on-5. And it's been hard. It's been hard to score in this game. These goalies have put on a showcase, and lots of shots on net, lots of chances, a lot of scoring chances. But these goalies have. It's almost like in baseball. It's been a pitcher's duel here. These goalies.
Back to Houston. A shot here, still out in front. Greisbeck out of position, and they score!
Well, the hometown fans got what they came for. An overtime win. Ben got trapped outside the net. Couldn't corral that puck. And in it goes. One of those, I wouldn't call it a dirty goal, but it wasn't one of those pretty shots. It was just what you want. Get around the net. Any goal's a good goal. There we go, Ohio moving on.
Unbelievable game. I believe that was Gabe Lamprey on the goal scorer. We'll wait for the final totals, but an absolute heartbreaker if you're a UNLV fan. Yeah, it was Lamprey.
What a season for UNLV. First year D1, whole bunch of new players on this team. I gotta tell you, they can hold their head up high the way they played all this season.
An unbelievable game for the Rebels. An unbelievable season for them to get here. And again, it's unfortunate that a team like UNLV has to walk away after winning one game, and the game that they played the last two games, they should you could very well argue they should be playing, continuing on.
Yeah, they certainly had their opportunities. I tell you, even though it's I've seen it in the NHL before where it wasn't the goalie who won the Stanley Cup that got the goalie award, and I tell you, Ben Geisberg, he held his team in. He gave him every chance to win, and it was just one of those unfortunate bounces that happens in hockey. It's sometimes a game of inches, a game of bounces.
Well, it's a day off for Ohio, and then they're going to take on the winner of Illinois and Jamestown, 1:30 on March 11th. So it's been a great game here. And an unbelievable goaltending show, and you got to tip your cap to both teams. It was quite a remarkable game. It'll be about 60 minutes until the Stony Brook Adrian College game, so we're going to, come right back here for this next game. It should be just on par for this one, and I'm definitely excited for that one.
This is going to be a fun game to watch. Again, we'll head it up and end up our broadcast here. Thanks everyone on the feed. Really appreciate you tuning in to the national championships.
Yeah, it's been a great game so far. The tournament continues with 2 more games tonight. And for everyone here at the ACHA, Jay Sewell, Boz Echevarri, wishing everyone to have a good night.
So they get one, it's just for hand pass though. 5:06 to go, second period, 2-1 UMass.
I don't think that's the whistle the head of off-ice officials wanted.
No. If you can hear him down
there. Yeah. I wish I had a crowd mic. I'd kind of just slide it over to my right. Some good commentary there. He's gunning for my job. That's what it is.
Oh, boy. Well,
gunning.
Thompson with the puck. Gives this one up to first. Bounces it off the bend board, off the near side boards. And back to Thompson after UMass sending it up. Puck sent into his zone nicely by Greco. Close. And they call it. They call it. I thought it was close, and they called it. 2 men on the ice against Penn State. Wow. Quarterbackers better be careful, or else, depending on the discretion of the referees, they could give him a bench minor on top of this if he's turning a couple different colors up over there on the bench.
He's getting close to matching his shirt. 4:44 left to go in the second period. Rasty, McGibbon, Sean Broderick, high in the Veterans of Foreign Wars Memorial Gondola here in rink number 2.
There it is. Off the draw. I was waiting for that.
I was just going to let you wait.
Yeah, thanks for that. A punch shot. Foster snags it out of midair as it was deflected, and it just kind of hung in there. And Foster just snagged it. Stopping play, 4:35 Rusty.
Nice shot by UMass, and again, even nicer save by Holforster to keep this one 2-1.
Off the draw, play to the point. Here's a shot over the bar. Comes to the near side, Tomlinson. Down low, followed the Grenadier. To the side, now one aside. A clear by Penn State goes all the way down and gathered back here. And now a whistle. And a rough call coming up.
And that's why they gave it to him.
And it's going to be on Ludwig. And now UMass again, and now UMass will have the 5-on-3.
And that was a very smart play by UMass, as the player noticed that they were going to have a 2-man advantage. He just turned the puck right over to Penn State so he can maximize how much time he has with the 2-man advantage.
Puck cleared. But it hits the netting, though. We'll see. Where are they going to play this? Where are they going to drop this
Looks
puck?
like they're going to stay back down there with it.
So there you go. Ludwig, one of a couple of New Jersey residents that play for this team. Julian Hendrickson, 23, is the other one. Manasquan is for where Michael Ludwig is from. Julian Hendrickson from Springfield. Both are, well, one at least is definitely accessible from Route 24 and Route 78. For those that know anything about the New Jersey highways. Anyway.
Just tell us what exit number it is.
I really don't actually know the exit, to be honest.
Come on, that's all we're curious about.
Puck play down the other way. Penn State once again doing a good job.
It was like gas. Yeah.
Of course I do.
Stop and get gas, exit 3.
Yep, no, I know it 100%. I've lived there all my life. The lingo is palpable. Here's a chance. Crossing pass, wouldn't go. Oh, try and put it at the back door, couldn't get it. Backhander.
That was on the Jersey Turnpike 10 days ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hopefully that wasn't much of a jam.
No, just about 5 miles, so it's going. That is going to erase one of the minor penalties with 23 seconds left, and they will be faced with a 5-on-4 opportunity for 54 seconds or less.
Still did. Like that. There you go. That's good. Yeah, like that. There you go. And this puck down the other end. 50 seconds remain in the power play. The second penalty, the Ludwig penalty. They're going to give it to Potter in front of the deflection. A clear out. Mercier with the assist. Potter, he knows how to score big goals, and he just did one there. It's any goal is big in this tournament with games on the line. Penn State. Back the other way, Horgas. Horgas shot blocked by Tomlinson. And Thompson sending it back. Sent all the way down. Pass Bonavita. 2 seconds, 1 and none. Power play time up. Bounce over the far end. Now Penn State looks to try to counterattack. Up the other way. Nice moves into the zone. Beck puts the brakes on. Beck to the point. Gets it back. Beck and bats. Now a chance across a quadro. Loose puck and off the boards and clear all the way down. This should be an icing. And they whistle it dead. 1:40 remain, and UMass holds a 2-goal lead here. 3-1 is the score. Ari Potter scoring on a 2-man advantage. And Jake Mercier before him as well. Another chance. Send it backhander all the way out. This will be another icing.
So I'm gonna play an old game I used to play called Be the Coach.
Sure.
If I was Michael DeFazio from UMass, I think there was very little that I would say in the intermission except keep it up and stay out of the box.
Yes.
I think if you are Corey Myers,
Yes.
Two things. One, stay out of the box.
Right.
Two, maybe not be so selective with shots.
There's a shot. That one gets McCroy. Hangs on.
And I would say if you can get the red line, dump it in, send one guy in hard. And you know, on the breakout for UMass, early in the first period, we saw him putting a lot of pressure on, and we have not seen that as much this period. So those are things that I would tweak. Obviously, they do not need my help as they come in the #1 seed in this Pool B. And as you said, losing 2 games all season.
And only one to a Division II opponent, but they trail one right now. This is Campbell. Now all of a sudden Penn State trying to hit him in here, but now it's Penn State. Neutral zone. O'Donnell sending it into the corner. Fighting for it here. Granatier, 1 minute left to go in the second. There you go. We're asking McGibbon will head on down. He'll try to get Corey Myers with a few words. But right now, it's been UMass. This has been their period. Off the boards all the way down, no icing. With the puck is Chirac. Hits a guy. This is going to be good for DePlazio here. Trying to center it out in front. That wouldn't go. As this puck is lifted up and out, but gathered here by Pullen for a moment. And O'Donnell has to play it forward, but right with him was Chirac. Puck lifted up. Played off of the glove of Lassick. He's got the puck. Lassick shot. And there's LaCroix again. LaCroix has made every save. And with 2.1, a aggression turned up to 11. Corey Myers is now pulling Holtforster for an extra attacker to see if they can just win a draw quickly here. With 2.1. Off the draw, good job there on tie-up, and that will do it for the second period. UMass 2 goals in this one, and that was a fantastic period. And UMass, there's your score after the second period. As Kyler will head his way down, and we're going to get Corey Myers down in front. We're going to pan her out here. Shots for Penn State, and only one has gotten past LaCroix. Rusty McGibbon, Corey Myers, down low. Rusty, take it away.
Rusty giving Penn State head coach Corey Myers probably not the position you want to be in after 2. What do you think your guys going into the locker room?
You know, we've been here before. We just got to keep positive, and it's 2 shots. Not a big deal. We just got to come out and play for 20 minutes.
You guys, early in the first period, had a just overwhelming and dominant time there where we kept UMass in. And then right after the immediate timeout, in the second period, you guys came out strong and had some shots. What do you need to tell your guys to get that more consistently in the third?
Yeah, we just got to come out and play our game. We played UMass's game on that second period, and our game is speed and get shots to net. And that second period we didn't do it, but this period I think we'll be all right.
Talk to me about your goaltender. You really had to stand tall. He did get a couple passes in the second, but a lot of great saves. Just speak to him.
Yeah, he's been great all year. He's only a sophomore, but he's been our #1 all year. But you know, he stood tall, just 5-on-3 goal. They're going to score that every time. But I think he's going to help us out for this third.
Thanks very much for this, and good luck in the last 20.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Sean, we'll send it back up to you there in the gondola.
Thank you very much, Rusty. And I want to welcome everybody in. We're working on the audio, any of the audio issues that we are having. I know that we had some similar in the previous games as well. So we'll be looking to try to take care of that and intermission. So with that being said, at intermission, the score 3-1 in favor of UMass. And we thank you all very much for keeping us tuned in here as we had to deal with a couple of technical issues as far as this is concerned. 3-1 after 2 here on YouTube. All right. Now it's just the audio stuff again because we're back on now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, because the game over there ended, so.
What happened to the audio? It got cut again?
No, it's just all
Jacked up?
It's all jacked up again.
So how was the interview? I didn't get to hear it. Was it done?
Check 1, 2. Trying to see if that's going to help the cause out at all. Fortunately, with the delay, it's going to be a bit of an issue, so we're really just kind of doing this on the fly, folks. I do apologize for the audio distortion. We've been dealing with it during so far during the first game. We were able to fix. We were able to take care of it in the first portion in our first game. So we're looking right now at. And of course, but if you are just joining us, folks, and again, we have it was Ambrose Quadrio got the scoring started for the Penn State Ice Lions. Followed there quickly by Jake Mercier. Jake Mercier was able to tie the game at 1. A 5-on-3 ensued near the end of the first period, where the Minutemen were able to get the job done and finish that off, that kill, which then turned in to a very interesting goal for Terrence Doonan. Doonan scoring a goal where Penn State, in all open arms, believed that the play was offside. Penn State, UMass continued to play, and Doonan scores. Followed that a few times down the road. 5-on-3 ensues. Artie Potter was able to get a deflection from a puck shot by Jake Mercier. And that's where we stand here, folks. Again, with the audio, we do apologize. We're trying to work on that. We got to just kind of hear it off the delay and make our adjustments as we do there. The score, again, after the second period, it's 3-1 in favor of UMass. And, again, we hope to be able to have all that taken care of for the remainder of this game. One more period to play left, so we're going to take that time out. As I mentioned, you see the clock countdown. We thank you very much for sticking with us through it all, and we're glad you can join us now to watch Penn State and UMass here on YouTube. Just checking the audio again here, folks. Just making sure that everything is good there. And another check 1-2 here. Not much we're going to do about that. Okay.
There we go. Test, test. Test, test.
Test, test. Testing, testing.
Get excited.
Scores!
Testing, 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 testing.
All right.
And they're going to have to get at least sticks in front of the goaltender or bodies, and I'm not seeing that yet.
And the draw off that tie-up, up and out of the zone. Beck couldn't get it, and now icing.
Several members of the Amherst division of minor amateur officials are here, down to our left, letting the linesman know that it was not actually icing.
Not what they believed, as this one comes out across the way.
But
Fisher.
it never is, though. You know, it never is, right?
Well, it depends on who you're.
Uh-oh.
It depends on how you look, and that one's definitely was icing.
Okay,
There
all right.
really wasn't much of a question on that one.
Yeah.
And we'll have the face-off back over to our right again. 3-1 UMass, 14:45 left to go. There's a shot. That one deflects wide. And near side, they try to get it, and this one is backhanded up and out by Doonan.
Now,
Out
you
of the
know
zone.
they say that a 2-goal lead is always the worst lead to have, but I really think, though, that we're going to have to up the ante if you're a Penn State fan. I'm not incredibly confident that in this pace, Penn State can score 3 goals and go on to win this. At only basing that on the rate they're going.
Right.
14:17 left to go in the third period. We are here at the North Chiller, Columbus, Ohio, the site of this year's Division II National Tournament. The men's Division I National Tournament is ongoing downtown. And that is a format one and done. Here in Division II, there is pool play.
As this is LaCroix once again covering that puck up.
This is Pool B, as the other 2 inhabitants of Pool B played earlier on today. And that came to a overtime winner, with Lindenwood settling that contest only 22 seconds into overtime.
Off of the draw, Penn State has it. Quick pass across. It's a bouncer, but it's corralled there by Horgas, Brendan Horgas. And now with it is Stefan Horgas. But this puck lifted up and all the way down. Should be icing, and it will be. 13:53, clock stops there once more.